Welcome back. We're on location at the beautiful Kent Moore Cabinets Design Center, one of the many kitchens that they have on display, one of the little treasures here in the Brazos Valley if you've never been here. And we thought this time of year is a good time to talk about tailgating and some simply made deviled eggs with lobster, maybe a little new twist for tailgating.
Yeah, you know, I think I've seen these. They've become more popular. We've done them at the restaurant certainly, but deviled eggs are coming back in style, so a little twist. You know, when you're a chef and you show up at a tailgate, you can't just bring, you know, like lemon squares or something. You got to do so. Lobster deviled eggs is something that we do every now and then. All right, I'm going to show you a recipe just for 12 deviled eggs today. So that's 6 whole eggs. Obviously, we've cut them in half, and we've got the yolks here. Now, I always do a little bit, because I'm always paranoid that I don't have enough yolks to fill up the thing. So I did 6 more eggs and took those yolks and put them in here also. I have some lobster tails here. I've got 2 4-ounce lobster tails. And I want to save a little piece of lobster for each deviled egg for garnish on top. So I'm just going to cut little pieces. I want to leave some of that red part intact there. So I'm just going to cut these little pieces here. Now I'm going to finely dice this because we want this to fit through a pastry bag tip. So we're going to dice it pretty fine on the inside. So we're going to call that about 1/2 cup of a little bit less than half of diced lobster meat, a tablespoon of minced onions, and a tablespoon of very finely minced celery. I'm going to add just a pinch of Tabasco, which will be, let's just call that, 1/2 teaspoon. Let's do a 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, pinch of salt and pepper. Let's do a 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. I'm also going to put in this about a 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. Let's use about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of shrimp bisque or lobster bisque. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of this. I've got some chives. That is at least a tablespoon, if not a tablespoon and a teaspoon. And we can start smashing these egg yolks up. And 1 teaspoon of white balsamic vinegar. I'd like to add a little bit more mayonnaise. So I have a 1/4 cup in there, right? Let's call it a 1/3 cup, okay? So you see how I did my pastry bag, and I formed my hand inside that pastry bag and inverted the bag, and I'm just pushing this stuff out there. Just take our eggs, start on the bottom like that, and then just come up like that. There they are. You see we have extra filling here. If you want to use those extra eggs that you use to get your extra egg yolks, you could fill as many of those as you want. Now, for a little garnish, I'm going to do just a smattering of smoked paprika. Now I'm going to put on we already have a little smoky flavor. I'm going to put on just a little piece of bacon. Now, the little pieces of lobster meat that we had, we're going to add that back on top so everybody sees what it is. A couple of chives sticking up here. I just have a little bed of arugula here just to help the presentation a little bit. All right, Mike, let's try these lobster deviled eggs. I probably wouldn't bring these to an...
Oh, man.
Let's do something different.
You can taste the melding of flavors in that. I've got to tell you, not a huge fan of deviled eggs until you get this mixture here. And the bacon really, I think, sends it over the top.
Bacon is good. People love bacon.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of people be won over with that. If you would like to have the recipe for the lobster deviled eggs, go to kbtx.com. Christopher's Kitchen has their own tab there. You can download any recipe that we feature right here as part of Christopher's Kitchen. So, for the Kent Moore Cabinets Design Center, as we're on location for Christopher's Kitchen, thanks for joining us. For Chris Lampo, I'm Mike Wright.